Warning, this video contains spoilers for the movie The Squid Game. Hey guys, welcome back to Gwowl's movie and TV review, where I review all your favorite movies and television shows. Today we're going to be reviewing the hit new Netflix original movie The Squid Game, which just dropped last week and is already a hit in nations worldwide. Alright guys, I'm just going to jump right into it. Our movie starts out with our main protagonist. There's a long sequence and something to do with horses. I didn't watch this part, I just skipped to the part with the squids. Once we get past all that boring exposition, we finally get to the meat of the show, where we find out this is about a bunch of teenagers at summer camp. And this was really nostalgic for me because I went to summer camp and we also wore green and white uniforms, so that's a lot of the appeal we see with Squid Game, is they really try and appeal to nostalgia in this show. Although I love the infighting between the kids, I thought it was a lot of fun, I thought it added a lot of drama. One thing I didn't really like was the casting choices. All of the kids looked like they were 30s, 40s, and I know that's kind of the trend in Hollywood these days, but this movie was made in Japan, so I just don't see what's the excuse here. Okay, so I loved all 9 seasons of the movie Squid Game, but if I had to pick which season was my favorite, it would have to be the first, because that's when we meet the squids for the first time, and I love them. They're amazing. Their costumes are so cute. They're like bright pink, and then they have these cool little masks, which I think are for like COVID safety. It's not really clear. I honestly couldn't understand a lot of the dialogue in Squid Game. That's another criticism I have of the show, because I don't speak Japanese, and I couldn't figure out what they were saying, but it's okay, because the actors were all really good and expressive, and I felt like I got all the story out of it anyways. So, of course, everyone's favorite part of Squid Game was the camp activities at the summer camp that the teenagers were at, and they all looked so much fun. I think my favorite one was when they went to the carnival, and the kids all got to walk on the balance beam, and some of them were a little scared, but it was okay because they all helped each other, and that was kind of the moral of Squid Game, was teamwork and not competing, and just like being friends no matter what, and I loved that about Squid Game. Honestly though, I have to say there were some games that were really boring. I didn't like the one with the little shapes where they had to like eat the cookies. I just thought that one was boring, and I didn't like watching them stab the cookies with the needles, and I didn't understand what they were doing. But I don't want to criticize too much because I don't speak Japanese, so again, I didn't understand all the dialogue in this film. In that last clip I showed you, that's honestly one of my favorite moments of the film, is when they get to the carnival and the guy's like, "Nida," which in Chinese that means yours. So he's basically saying, this is yours, guys. This is your carnival. This is your time. Just have fun and play the game of the carnival, and the Squid Games are all about just having fun, and they even won some money at the end, so that was really cool. And yeah, some of the kids did have to go home in the middle of camp though. That was probably the saddest part of Squid Game, is I think a lot of the kids were getting homesick, and I really empathize with that because I struggled a lot with homesickness when I was at summer camp as a kid. It was an overnight camp and it was like 3 weeks long, so sometimes you just miss your family. So it totally made sense that some of the kids had to go home, but it was kind of sad because almost all the kids went home, and I was honestly starting to get confused toward the end why all the kids were leaving if the games were so fun. But it's okay. It might have been to do with the squids, because although I love the squids so much and they were really trying to make a good environment for the kids, I think sometimes they sent like mixed messages. It was really unclear sometimes, like if they were friends with the kids or if they were trying to be like teachers, like, hey guys, you need to behave. So honestly, if I was at the squid camp, I would definitely stay and I wouldn't go home, but I can see how some of the kids wanted to go home. As a moral of the story, I can't wait for season 2 of the Squid Games, and I'm so excited to see the sequel movie to see what happens to the kids next, and maybe we'll even get some of the kids who left to come back. And that would just be awesome to see some of our cool friends who had to go home and see them come back to camp, and maybe even this time they'll be able to stay the whole time. Hope you enjoyed my review. Subscribe for more TV and movie reviews.